Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Welcome. I guess we are welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Princess Leah. If you are a returning family and friend tuning in to what is going on for today, welcome back, beloveds. But we are here beginning our 7 keys of chakra balancing. For the next 7 days, we are going to tune into the depths of each chakra. We're going to educate and learn about what each chakra helps with in our body, how we can. A little leaf just fell from my bell pepper plant, so I feel like our ancestors are letting us know that we are here today. But we are going to tune in every day for the next 7 days. We're going to tap into each of the chakras. We're going to learn about each chakra, what they do. We're also then going to practice some meditations as well as learn a little bit about some movements and stretches that can also help with each chakra. We're going to also tune into some of the healing powers of the color of each color. The reason why I decided that right now is a good time to tap and to start this chakra balancing series is because we have just entered into the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year of the snake. And that is all about that Kundalini rising. We are moving through each of our energetic systems so that we can raise our vibrations. And if you are unfamiliar with my channel, or if you are returning, as you may or may not know, that is my sole purpose here, is to use the arts, the performing arts, the healing arts, to heal the hearts of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. So we're also going to get some messages from Spirit, because one of my healing art methods or tools that I like to channel from Spirit is with tarot and oracles. And then also with this sound bowl healing of the heart chakra. So if that is something that is your jam and your tea, then you can definitely stay tuned. The chakra cards that I actually am using is coming from the Beyond Lemuria deck, which is illustrated by Izzy Ivy. And she actually taps into up to 10 of the chakras. So we're going to combine the additional, I guess you could say, chakras with some of the chakras of the day for this 7 keys, the 7-day workshop, okay? If you like what you are seeing, if this is something that is really, really empowering for you, and you would like to have a personal soul session with me to go deeper with you, I do offer one-on-one tea and tarot soul sessions, which I offer a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary. If you are within the United States, that will be shipped to you. And if that is something that you're interested in, definitely reach out to me. My information is in my description box below. And so, if you are here, make sure you are keeping your energy high. We are keeping all of our energy to a high vibration. I'm going to set the intentions. I'm going to light some Palo Santo so that we can make sure that all of our conversations are here with the intention of light and love. If you are joining the conversation in the chat, my request for you is to stay positive and is to stay appropriate. If you cannot do that, then your comment and your username will be deleted and hidden from the channel, and you will be set in timeout. Think about what you did. No, I'm just kidding. So let's keep all of our comments to a positive vibration so we can move in this soul cleansing, chakra healing journey together. Welcome on the sprinkled plate. Hi, welcome here. So glad you're here. I'm clearing our energy here so we can set the intention with this Palo Santo so that we can tap into. Today we're going to start from the very bottom of our root of our chakra. Typically it starts with the root chakra, but with this Beyond Lemuria guidebook, Izzy Ivy actually begins with the Earth Star chakra. So you can see that I have them both here. The Earth Star chakra is about the initiation. It's about the integration of who we are intended to be as earth individuals, as earth beings, spiritual beings here on earth, right? Welcome on everyone. Thank you for being here. So thank you for joining us for this chakra balancing workshop. Spirit, I just ask us to be able to heal and raise our vibrations to conscious love. Any messages that come through me, may our audience be able to receive them if they resonate and it empowers them to heal, if it empowers them to move in a higher vibrational frequency. May we be able to do so. May we be able to come together in light and love. May we be able to provide all of the abundance that you provide for us into this world. Namaste. Peace and love. All right. So let's go ahead. Tune in. Welcome on, everyone. Tune into our heart chakra. So now I'm going to play this sound bowl. And this is from the heart chakra. You can place your hand on your heart. Even though we are with our Earth Star every day, I will have this tuning bowl so that we can feel the highest vibrational frequencies of conscious love, and it can help us heal and hear any kind of prophetic downloads from spirit before we go into this understanding of each chakra and move in that frequency. All right. I am getting some prophetic downloads from Spirit, reminding us, telling us, encouraging us to not be afraid of the silence. That might resonate with some of you. If you feel like meditation may feel hard to do sometimes because of sitting still, sitting in silence, and it feels like the mind chatter is always constantly speaking, or even just in general, if you feel like your mind is constantly chattering with so many different thoughts and voices, and maybe that sometimes can put you in a place of paralysis. It can also put you in a place of overwhelm. Spirit is saying this is why today, as you are integrating a new frequency, a higher frequency, a higher timeline, as you are integrating and being initiated into a higher capacity, you will be expanded. It will be uncomfortable, but as you move into a higher version of yourself, you will be given the opportunity to use your discernment of what is no longer resonating with your frequency. Even if it was even just last week, last month, even if it was just last year, and it no longer is serving your highest timeline, it's okay to let it go. And if you have to sit in the silence as you navigate those thoughts, those questions, those curiosities, we have a major shift that's happening in the planet. So much awakening to our spiritual highest selves with Pisces in the North Node. With Pluto in Aquarius, we're learning how to face our fears, to transform our fears into love for the greater good of humanity, while standing true in our individual selves. This is the timeline of interdependence, no longer being codependent on the approval of others, no longer being codependent on the responsibility of others making you happy, us happy, or needing to make others happy, but in the space of authenticity, of individuality, of interdependence, where you can work together, where you can build your strengths, use your strengths together. This is where the Earth Star and the root chakra come together to ground and center, to initiate and integrate in conscious love. Thank you, Spirit. So don't be afraid of this moment of silence. Don't be afraid to sit still, to be still and let the chatter disintegrate. You can gently observe what is coming through, and you can also allow yourself to understand why you're feeling these fears, where the root of the fears are coming from. Spirit says the lowest vibrational frequency that's associated with the root chakra is fear and doubt. Fear is just an acronym that says false expectations. Ooh, I pushed that off the plate. Maybe you feel like you are being pushed off the edge. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe you feel like you are being pushed past your limits, pushed past your comfort zone, because you are being initiated into a higher version of yourself. You're being called to expand to a higher degree, a higher frequency. And that means having to let those low frequencies burn, let those low frequencies move out of the way, the noise. That's okay if it's hard. That's okay if it's uncomfortable at first. Thank you, Spirit. So I hope those prophetic download initial messages helped you with, whatever it is that you're feeling right now. But I see that as this opportunity to really integrate these fears, integrate the stillness, root and ground and center in the stillness with our Earth Star in our root chakra today. So let's go ahead. Let's read a little bit. Sorry, my yoga mat's all movie. It's kind of moving around, but that's okay. Let's take a look, okay? We're going to look at this Earth Star initiation. I'm going to read this one first so that we can hear what Izzy Ivy has to say about this Earth Star chakra. The initiation, oneness, collective consciousness, anchoring transmissions from the higher realms, sacred earth knowledge, integration of the divine, working with grid lines. Wow, really interesting. I was just talking to my niece about that. And I keep hearing that. So this is another confirmation and download that Spirit is helping us really move to where we need to move to, where our soul is called to, where our soul is called to heal, whether that's at a specific country, state, house, building, place. But wherever we're being called to, that's where we're being initiated to. You are standing at a gateway into the unknown with trust in your heart, ancient remembering in your soul, and inner illumination to light the way. You have access to the seat of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes that holds the blueprints of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded, despite moving through multidimensional realms and able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. This is about tapping into your ability to ground and center all of your 5D, all of your non-physical, that Pisces, intuition, psychic connection in North Node into this physical, that Virgo 3D of the South Node. Yes, beautiful. Oh yes, we have a Virgo in the house. Love that. Welcome. The higher you reach for the divine and the realms of spirit, that Pisces energy, the more important it is to anchor deeply into the earth, that Virgo energy. To restore, explore clearing meditations, self-energy work, and put intention into the meaningful parts of your life. Find ways to balance your life. Be aware of the times of day that are more conducive to different states of consciousness, such as flow, meditation, and productivity. Okay, remember that embracing of the stillness and the silence. It's funny because I just realized I forgot to turn off my Bluetooth speaker upstairs, and now it's running out of battery. It's low battery, so it's starting to have this little alarm go off. And I'm hearing that because every time I start channeling, I see everything that comes in as a message from Spirit, and I'm hearing that as a message that it is time for us to plug in. Is what I'm hearing. You may be feeling really depleted even at the top of the year. Maybe again, just at the top of the year, there's always a lot of depletion because of so much energy that happened at the end of the previous year. And then we have this high excitement at the top of the year, and then we feel like we got to just keep going and going and going. But really, this is the time where we need to integrate the ending of last year, integrate this new energy of this year, plug in to recharge. And I'm also hearing unplug to recharge. That was one of my sisters had said during my soul cleansing journeys. Sometimes we need to unplug to recharge, and right now it's time to do that, to replug, to plug in, to unplug and plug in, right? The themes is integration of spirit and the eternal self, how you balance spiritual and physical reality, how you balance spiritual and physical reality. I have to say that again. The healing position of your Earth Star chakra is at the feet, and the color wash is earth brown. So I have red and brown on today. And I'm going to look at, I have this book here that I love, and it's such a classic book. It's called The Healing Power of Color: How to Use Color to Improve Your Mental, Physical, and Spiritual Being by Betty Wood. If you've ever heard of it, or if that's something that you would like to have in your own bookshelf. I think this may have been from maybe my grandma. I'm not sure. I think it may have been. This is written in 1984. So I'm going to see. I think I can find color. If not, that's okay. Okay. There's some work going on in the outside, so maybe there's again a lot of work that's going on in the ethereal realms. I'm hearing our spirit guides are doing a lot of work while we can't see it. Okay, so this is only showing the colors of the basic rainbows. Let me see, I see gray, black, silver, pink, okay, brown. Touches of brown in the aura are said to indicate a very down-to-earth attitude and aptitude for organization and materialistic approach to life. It is the color of the conventional closed mind with little emotion but a desire to dominate. Interesting. It is not a happy color to have in large amounts, but a typical brown aura would probably be so withdrawn and uptight that it would be rather difficult to see it anyway. Very interesting. A very down-to-earth attitude, an aptitude for organization, and a materialistic approach to life. So that's interesting that Betty Wood sees the color brown in that context, as Izzy Ivy is seeing this color earth brown for the earth star chakra of oneness, of collective consciousness and anchoring transmissions from higher realms to the earth. So I can see that down to earth, and then bringing it to earth, so I could see it from a transmissional viewpoint of materializing. But it's interesting that she says if your aura is too much brown, then it can it can be a little bit of, what did she say? It can be a little bit of yeah, someone's spirit guides are definitely trying to get a hold of someone here, because that alarm that it's running out of I'm hearing running out of juice, running out of time is what I was about to say, but that alarm that keeps going off, it seems like it's going off faster and faster now. So someone's spirit guides are trying to anchor you. I'm hearing back down to earth, into the earth. Maybe you feel like you've been in your head too much, and I'm hearing your spirit guide say it's time to get out of your head and back down to earth. So now we're going to get into the root chakra here. Says that the brown aura can also be very withdrawn and uptight. So you might be, maybe you're feeling a bit withdrawn and reclused in your head a little bit. So come back down to earth. You are being initiated to ground, to bring all of the dreams of that Pisces energy into this earth realm, okay? That Virgo earth. Maybe you need to get out into the earth today. So let's read about this root chakra, okay? The root chakra is about grounding and centering your foundations, grounding basic needs, survival, physical identity, responsibilities, the place where we build our lives, time in nature. What did I just say? Let's get outside. Maybe we need to get outside and just ground. Just get the sunshine out. Even if it's a little cold, bundle up, get some fresh air, breathe in that fresh air, that earth, okay? If it's not too cold, or if it is, maybe take your shoes off and just feel your feet in the cold for a moment, just so that you can connect with Mama Gaia. This image speaks of finding home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace, and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here, you can be released from the grips of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust, connection to community, and you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. You are held and have strong foundations for all aspects of life. That's interesting, because I heard that when she was saying a deep inner peace and strong sense of grounding and being centered, I heard being held. And so for her to say you are held with your guard down, you have the tools to ride the waves if you need. Everything is okay. Airi, Irie is a Jamaican term that means everything is all right. Irie and being faith. That's my term that says everything is all right in good faith. Okay? Remind yourself everything is all right. For those, if we feel like we're in our head, if we're having a hard time, getting out of our head and being in that stillness, that silence, Spirit says it's okay. You are safe. You are held. To restore your root chakra, spend time in nature. Yes, when we say, everything I just said, sit or stand barefoot in nature and feel your roots merging with the earth beneath you. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Consider your founding beliefs. If they no longer serve you, it may be time to reconsider your priorities or the foundations you live by your life. Okay, I was also getting that download during the Sound Bowl downloads. So thank you, Spirit, of also if you're feeling like you are moving out, you are raising your frequencies to a higher self. If you feel like there are frequencies that are no longer serving you because they're coming from a past version of you, let them go. Let them go. Be aware of any reoccurring patterns that may be holding you back. The themes of the root chakra is home, foundations, physical basis, and responsibility. The healing position is in the base of the spine and the groin. And the color wash is red. Really beautiful. Thank you. So I love that. The red aura. Oh, there's a lot about the red aura that Betty talks about. And that is the connection of life. That's why it's in that root. Because life, that's where you create, that's the root and the sacral are where life is created. But the root is where the mother births life, right? The creativity will get into the sacral tomorrow. That's where it is all conceived. And then it births into this world, right? Okay. The red in the aura, if clear and bright, reveals an abundance of vitality, sexual power, and an active, outgoing, generous, and possibly materialistic nature. Red is usually not the main color and may only appear temporarily, depending on the mood of the subject and whether they are in some state of excitation, such as anger, desire, etc. Muddy or dark red denotes negative emotions such as hate, malice, and other destructive patterns. And that's what we're talking about, that low vibrational frequency associated with the root is doubt and fear, false expectations appearing real, false energies appearing real, false ego, right? False evidence, false everything, false emotions appearing real. I may not read this whole thing just because there's so much, but if one loses one's temper, one imagines red sparks coming out of its head. This can literally be seen at such times by the visually sensitive, but is only a temporary effect, which can, however, cause the head aura to open, resulting in a headache or feeling of depletion. But a healthy red can now and then, as with everything else, means that you're alive and kicking. Thank you, Betty. So, I love that. I also have another book that I want to look at this red chakra, this root chakra. This is the book of chakra healing. I've had for about 8 years now since we got it 2 weeks before, a week or two, I think it was about a week before I gave birth. So I thought that was pretty fitting. This book is by Liz Simpson, if you are interested in getting it. But the root chakra, the associated senses are smell. The associated astrological signs are the Capricorn, Earth, and Saturn. Okay. I won't get too much into it, but some of these are interesting for those who are who like. This is why we call it the keys to our chakra balancing, so we can get into the depth if it is of interest for you. You can always come back to it as well to, relearn, re-listen, and just take it all in. Cedar wood, these are some fragrances and incenses that match with that root chakra, is cedar wood, myrrh, patchouli. The crystals associated are hematite, tiger's eye, and bloodstone. Yeah, the spirit guides really want, whoever is listening to this, your spirit guides are really trying to, they're really trying to talk to you. They're like tapping on your shoulder. And you may be feeling this tap of like nudges towards things, nudges towards perhaps even childhood memories, because the developmental age and life lesson for the root chakra is ages, it says 1 to 8, but I think of it as birth until 8. Because your life lesson is standing up for yourself, is learning to find that inner security, because it is associated with all of the things that you learn from the first 8 years of your life, which is that foundation, which is family, which is security, how you learn what safety means, how you learn how to survive. Right? So someone's ancestors, maybe they were survivors. I just heard the Holocaust, so that could be for someone here. Maybe you are a descendant from Holocaust survivors, and your ancestors are with you, trying to speak to you, trying to help you, guide you through, so you don't have to continue living in that I'm hearing other dimensional state of survival that have been passed down traumas. I'm hearing also, because we are in Black Heritage Month, Black History Heritage Month, of our ancestors or freedom fighters, of African Americans, of Black Americans, who have paved ways, who have made ways livable for the Black culture, community, people here in America, after they have been taken from their lands in Africa and elsewhere, right? So I'm hearing that there is a very, very strong calling of your ancestors who are saying you don't have to live in this primitive survival mode anymore. This is a download coming straight through. You don't have to live in this primitive survival mode anymore. You are now safe and able to thrive. Life no longer is about how to survive. You are now you are initiating into a new earth of thriving instead of surviving, okay? So if you are feeling like there's a tap on your shoulder to go a certain direction, but you're not sure, because you're not sure if you'll be able to survive it. If you're not sure if it'll be safe in the terms of, am I going to be rejected? Am I going to be taken advantage of? Am I going to, all of these fears that come through. Your ancestors, your guides, spirit, divine is all here to tell you that you are safe, that those primitive moments, if you have gone through childhood adversities, if your foundation was broken, this is the chakra that you are needing to heal right now, to really meditate in. And we'll get into a meditation here in a moment, but needing to meditate on that healing and cleansing of that root chakra, so that you can remind yourself that you are safe, my beloved, and secure and nurtured and comforted. Okay, so someone needs to hear that. Someone needs to hear that very deeply. Interesting that the sacramental association is baptism. I've been hearing that word a lot lately too. Baptism through water, baptism through fire. So there is a clearing, a purifying, a cleansing, a renewal. Here's my cat, Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle. So speaking of our ancestors, we have the intuitive cats who are very independent, who are very, very intuitive. And they also have, my cat is reincarnated. I'm trying to not have him show his, sorry baby, just don't show your booty on the camera, okay? We don't do that over here. All right. So, Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle, this is definitely, I always feel that he holds a very strong spiritual soul tie to my grandma Tony, and she is my earth angel for sure. And her Earth Day, or her Heavens Day, is actually coming up on February 8th. So, here she wants to hang out. All right. So, yes, maybe you have cat spirit, cat ancestors. Maybe you have a connection with felines or big lions. Um, ancient Egypt, I'm hearing. Because I'm also hearing your roots, you were uprooted. No, thank you. Now he's like, look at him like all up in the space. All right, bye-byes. You were uprooted from your lands. I'm hearing you're uprooted from your throne. For those who may feel a tie to ancient royal Egypt, is what I'm hearing for some. Okay? Animals and archetypes, the elephant, the earth mother, but also in the low vibration of the shadow aspect the shadow aspect of earth mother is the victim. Okay? All right. Emotional dysfunctions, mental lethargy, spaciness, mental lethargy. It's lethargy, potato, spaciness, and incapable, you guys, incapable of inner stillness. What did I say earlier? During our sound bowl prophetic download, Spirit says, do not be afraid of the silence, of the stillness. This is where you ground. This is where you root. Proteins, foods that are associated, proteins and meats. Okay, I was going to go a little bit deeper into that. If you are interested, I'll show you some pictures of the exercises here. Okay, I was going to get into that, but I'll show you the pictures instead. For the sake of time, you can lay down with your knees bent and your feet and your arms laying on the ground, and then lift your hips up and push into the ground. You can pull your arms wide out so that you can feel into the ground. That might be a good exercise to do while you are outside in the ground. Okay? So this is such a beautiful book for those who are interested. There's some questions. I'm not going to read all of them, but some daily questions that you can journal. Does your home reflect who you truly are? If not, how can you change it? What reward have you given yourself today? Have you given yourself a gift, an affirmation, a praise, or a good turn? I just heard a good hug. Maybe even give yourself a hug, right? You are held by divine. You are safe. Okay? Affirmations that you can give yourself if you're not sure. My body is becoming more important to me. I nurture it constantly. I am taking responsibility for my life. I can cope with any situation. I recognize the abundance of love, trust, and care surrounding me. I just heard Spirit say, repeat after me. Say these things out loud right now. My internal mother is always here for me, protecting, nourishing, and soothing me. I deserve the best life has to offer. My needs are always met. I am connected to Mother Earth and know the security of being grounded in reality, in the moment. And I just also heard in stillness. Okay? So, this is definitely a powerful message that your spirit guides are really wanting you to hear. If your root chakra is spinning too fast, if it's too open, you'll notice this because the characteristics will be of bullying overly materialistic, self-centered, engages in physical foolhardiness. Whatever that means to you. Physical foolhardiness. Okay, I'm just hearing maybe you are too, getting into fight somebody, or maybe you're doing too much physical things that are just not serving your greater good, your higher being. Maybe too much of I just heard empty intimacy. Okay, empty sex, hyper lustfulness that is coming from a low vibration of lack and scarcity and codependency. If your if your root is blocked and it's spinning sluggishly or not at all, your characteristics may be showing based on emotional neediness, low self-esteem, self-destructive behavior, and feelings of fearfulness. But if your root chakra is balanced, if it's maintaining an equilibrium, your characteristics, blesses, Tony just sneezed, that's cute. Your characteristics will demonstrate blessings, self-mastery, high physical energy, groundedness, and healthy. You'll be in a healthy space. Your body, you'll be aligning with what is healthy. I'm hearing aligning with what is healthy to you. For those who like the mantra sounds of the root chakra, it is Lam, Lam, Lam. So you can say that over and over as you are breathing. You can say that as we come into our meditation. And if this is something that you would like to join in on, you can close your eyes, take a deep breath. You can lay down in that position of the root chakra that we saw, the exercise where you're on your back, your knees are bent, kind of like this, right? I don't know if I'll be in the camera, but just out of demonstration, kind of like that. You can push your your hips up, kind of like that. Okay? And that way you can ground into, or you can sit in a comfortable position, or you can just lay flat, however you feel. You can place your hand on your heart. You can place your hand on your leg. You can even place your hand on your lower belly if you'd like, or on the ground, however you feel comfortable. But I just want to take a moment to do a meditative visual chakra healing, just a quick guided meditation, one or just a minute long or so. Okay, so take a deep breath to connect with your body. And I love that the sound of the Bluetooth, just as soon as I said connect with the body, it finally just fully died. And it went boop, 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 boop. Thank you, Spirit, because now it's giving us a full silence to connect. You can visualize red crystal dust if you like. Just red dust, crystal dust. If you have any red crystals like jaspers, tiger eye, you can hold them, picture them turning into a crystal dust, sprinkling it into your root and your earth star chakra, through your legs, through your feet, up into, from the earth, up through your feet, up through your legs, up into your root, into your lower spine, lower base, your groin area, of cleansing and clearing any and all of the negative, low frequencies that are no longer serving your highest beings, of doubt, of fear, of survival, radiating, clearing out that, I'm hearing mucky brown, mucky red, the fear of being seen, the fear of moving forward, the fear of being still. You are safe. Picturing your feet turning into roots like a tree, being held, that can weather any storm, any wind. Knowing that Mama Gaia is holding you. Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, God, Source, Divine, Jah, whatever you want to call it, is with you, holding you, grounding you, keeping you still. That those thoughts that want to keep coming through, those disempowering thoughts, those false ego, false energies, false emotions trying to appear real, these false expectations appearing real are false, are illusions, and you are safe. You are safe and secure and nurtured and comforted in conscious love. You are significant just as you are, and it is okay to feel satisfied exactly where you are, even if it's not where you know yourself to be, even if it's not where you want to be, even if it's not perfect. You are able to still find satisfaction in this moment, because in this moment you are safe, you are secure, you are nurtured, you are comforted. And that was a honk for confirmation coming from outside. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Feel yourself melting into the earth, the oneness. Feel the heartbeat of the earth is unfolding as one. Beautiful. You can wiggle your toes, you can pat your heart, you can blink your eyes a couple times, you can come back to this space. You can shake your hands and your legs if that felt good. And you can always practice this meditation, this clearing exercise, no matter what. Whenever you are feeling like your chakra is moving too fast or too slow, you feel out of equilibrium, out of balance, this is what you can do. You can take a deep breath, you can ground and center, and you can visually cleanse and clear your root and remind yourself that you are safe and secure and nurtured and comforted and significant and satisfied right now. Right now. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about next week. We're not talking about in the next 5 minutes. We're talking about right now. Okay? We're not talking about last year, yesterday, in the last 5 minutes. We're talking about right now. Okay? Tony, please don't jump up on the counters. Thank you. We're almost done. All right. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to pull one quick card from Spirit. Each day is going to fluctuate with the length of time because some chakras will have double chakras. So thank you if you've been kicking it with me for the last 50 minutes. I appreciate you. Let's see what Spirit has to say here in this Star Child Akashic Tarot. Tony? Thank you. All right, Page of Cups. Spirit is saying, look, you see how she's even sitting with her hand on her heart. She's holding a cup, a chalice. And she is saying that this cup is mine. I just heard this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. This is my cup. My cup overflows with divine love. You get to hold your cup. Pour into your cup. Let that cup pour into you and water and nurture you, your roots. And we actually talked about the roots in my daily divine messages over the weekend, that the seeds are being planted and the roots are taking hold underground. A lot of times we don't see a lot of the majority of the plants, of trees, of flowers in the initial states of their growth, because all of that work is being done underground in that initiation process as it's rooting and grounding and centering. So let the Page of Cups, let yourself pour into with that purity of water, of clearing, of purifying, of cleansing. Let your emotions, the tears are also a cleansing that will water the seeds, I'm hearing, back into your soul. Beautiful, Spirit. Let the innocence of your childhood be transformed and transmuted into this space. I'm hearing inner child healing with this Page of Cups. Maybe doing some inner child journaling, just literally writing to your inner child, asking how your inner child feels, why they're feeling this way, what they're sad about, how you can help, right? Letting them have a space to voice, because a lot of our anxiety and fears and anger comes from our inner child and those wounds just needing light to be seen and heard. That's all. Instead of being ashamed and buried. Okay? Really beautiful. So I hope this helps. I think that that's all the messages that Spirit has for me to share with you on our first day of this beautiful chakra balancing workshop. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if it does, and if it did, feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to share this with anyone that you believe will benefit, so that we can continue building this community of my vibe tribe, so we can continue healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. If you have not already subscribed to my channel and you want to make sure that you can join us for the next 7 days, and also stay tuned whenever I am going live or sharing anything, whether it's through any of my music or dance, healing, or through tarot or messages from Spirit, you can hit that notification bell as well. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, the light within me honors, values, appreciates, and cherishes the light within you. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.